find out when the players get on the court.
Good strategy and gamesmanship on both sides. Akinradwo and Kocher even in the kills department. Asha had the advantage in game 1, Faluka in game 2, and Geisen jumps on that overpass to start things off for SC. In both of those games, Karch, we saw the team that jumped out early maintain the advantage in the lead throughout to win the game. Copenhagen serving. Kehoe looks to Waller on the tip. Terrific coverage by Hilgren, but a free ball now for Stanford. Barboza off the tips. Carrico, who is back in to start out setting this game to 3. Geisen, one of the longest rallies of the match so far. Barboza tries to end it, and a whistle and net violation on USC. Nick Haley also has made a substitution to start out here, Karch, as Zoe Garrett, who continues to battle the illness, is not out to start this match, start this game. Instead, it's Caitlin Bishop, number 6. Overpass, Stanford couldn't put it away, and Geisen misses wide.
Barboza, that is really not that hard of a serve. USC has to take a little off that. You called it, and it's an overpass. That's a mistake. It's much safer to keep it 7 feet off the net than to go 1 foot over, especially with a 6'5" Kleinman ready to pounce.
Geisen a bit far off the net, puts it into the cord. Point Stanford. Geisen hitting negatively so far. And a substitution again for Mick Haley, who goes to the bench and brings in Kimmy Rolleder.
And that's where the benefit of actually having some of those injuries may serve USC, because those players like Rolleder got significant playing time this season while Copenhagen was out.
Kehoe to Gerard, the quick hitter in the middle.
But it's hard to learn how to block an angle like that. Rolleder just coming in a little too much, leaving a tiny bit of angle, and Gerard taking advantage. She won 3 years ago with Kehoe, hungry to get back to the winner's circle in the NCAAs.
A 4-0 run ended right there for USC. Kocher. Let's see if she's going to get more swing. She had 18 in game 1, just 10 attacks in game 2. Carrico with the service error.
And that's not what you would expect. You know, you give her 18 swings and they win by 7. You don't want to cut it back down. If anything, you might want to feed her more, and maybe that lead is going bigger. But they did have a different rotation matchup with the Stanford Cardinal.
We saw that actually in Stanford's last championship when they continued to go to Ogana Namani. And she overpowered the opposition in the 2004 championship match.
You're absolutely right. That was so much more of a narrow-dimensional, one-dimensional team, that Stanford Cardinal, than this team. This has really 5 legitimate weapons, and that's what makes it so hard to stop Stanford. And now we see Geisen coming right back in after Rolleder was just in for a couple of plays.
Gerard serving it to Copenhagen. Kocher with the tip. That's what Stanford game plan to try and cover. They don't do it there.
And you notice Ailes wasn't on the court. That's when the middle blocker is serving. That's a great time to drop that shot there, because the defensive specialist doesn't serve for Gerard.
That's where she had been planning herself too, down this sideline. Here is Ailes back out there. Back row Barboza. Some traffic problems for SC on the floor. And an opportunity now. Kehoe had to bring it back out of the net. And the net violation actually on Southern Cal.
Kehoe doing such a great job. That ball looks like it's going over the net. It actually is, but if there's some part of it there, Kehoe can still save it. And when she takes it out of the swing path of Geisen, Geisen can't stop. She goes right into the net.
Great look at it there from our net cam. 7-3 Stanford in a match that is square, 1 apiece. Lichtman with a tough short serve. Akinradwo. That one's too easy. 8-3 Cardinal.
Kehoe is known for her tremendous competitiveness. She says she gets it from her mom. and her mom taught her to hate losing more than love winning. And they used to compete in anything, not just volleyball, to the point where if one of them won, they might not talk for a while afterward.
That's her mom, Amy, who was an All-American herself at Western Michigan and coached Bryn for a while as a kid. And the big block, Kleinman and Akinradua taking charge at the net.
Kleinman and Akinradua, the exact two players who were so good for this team against UCLA and took charge in game 2. Now they take charge. That is a tough blocking matchup. You want to stay away from a double block of Kleinman and Akinradua.
5 blocks now for Feluca. That time Geisen got the best of Kehoe. Able to put it down. 9-4 Stanford right now.
And that time Geisen holding herself back and not swinging where she might go into the net. Just put her hands in a solid block and won a rare joust. Kehoe is so strong, she wins those very often.
Durango puts it into the net.
Durango sure did a nice job for the Trojans against Texas in the regional finals. Came in and served several long strings of points.
Serves well. She was actually the libero earlier in the season until Hildren took the job, and now Feluca teams up with Barbosa at the net.
Well, I don't think USC right now is enjoying this matchup. Akinradua completely taking charge at the net here. They want to keep Kachor a little farther away from Akinradua if they can.
Carrico looks to Copenhagen for the kill.
And that's a case where, in a rare case where you might want to go away from Kachor because you have Kehoe, the smaller blocker, on the other sideline. They went that way. Copenhagen finds success.
Good matchup for SC there to stay away from the block. Kehoe to Feluca has it sent back by Copenhagen. Barbosa's going to take a swing. Carrico bumps it wide, and Copenhagen just has to push it across. Barbosa with the tip. Cynthia with the off-speed number for the kill.
And notice she passed that ball, and with almost no approach, they ran a really quick set. It kept the Bruins, caught them really off guard there. 2 players very late to get to save that ball.
Barbosa looking to finish. Everything going the Cardinal way right now. Timeout, Mick Haley.
USC.
Barbosa, the junior from Long Beach, now into double digits in the kill category. Going deep for the kill to put Stanford on top 13-5. Back at the national semifinals, Stanford and USC. Kathy Nelson standing by with a big Cardinal booster.
I did. I found a great Stanford alumni. 1970 Heisman Trophy winner Jim Plunkett is here. Jim, tell us a little bit about how you became a volleyball fan.
A long time ago, my daughter played club volleyball. She played for St. Francis High School, where a couple of the SC girls went. They played together and won a national title and state title in high school. And my daughter went on to play at Manhattan College in New York. And we've been following volleyball ever since she was a very young girl.
Well, you endow a scholarship to Stanford.
Right.
And Francie Gerard is the recipient of your scholarship. Talk about Francie a little bit and with the level that she's bringing out here tonight.
Well, she's playing very well tonight. She has all year long. She's out of New York. She's come to Stanford. She's done a fantastic job in assimilating into John Dunning's type of volleyball.
And how about this environment here tonight? We got some Stanford fans, we got some SC fans. Everyone thought this would be close, but looks like your Cardinals running away here with game 3.
A little worried after that first game, but they certainly came back and played much better, and they continue to do that right now.
Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time with us and joining us here, and we'll send it back to you, Beth.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Jim Plunkett, one of the Cardinal faithful here in our crowd, expecting close to 15,000 folks here tonight in Arco Arena in Sacramento for the first of our 2 national semifinals.
Had a few big names in sports with daughters who play volleyball, like Pete Carroll a couple of years ago, having a daughter on the USC team.
Francie Gerard with the Jim Plunkett Scholarship. And she's done some pretty good things, not only on the court, but off it as well. The international relations major, will be heading over to China for her spring semester to study. And then is mulling over an offer. She's already been drafted, if you will, by Goldman Sachs, maybe headed back to New York to work with them after she graduates. Trouble on the SC side as they throw that one away.
3 players not knowing who should take that ball. Not a good sign for the Trojans that on a safe play like that, an easy play, they can't even land it in 900 square feet of court.
Kehoe with the serve. Copenhagen. Kleinman is there in the back. Now Waller has its return to sender. Kleinman again, back row. Kocher is there. Copenhagen with a swing. Kehoe looking to Barboza. Hilgren has it. Now Kocher off the head of the block. Quick hit to Gerard, won't find the floor. Copenhagen has it popped up. And then Diane able to put it away.
What a rally. Best one of the night there. Kleinman playing the kind of defense he played in those regionals last weekend, except a little bit of a mistake on the last play. She pushed it too close to the net for the easy put away by Copenhagen.
That kind of defense is why Southern Cal has been hitting below 200 now in the last game and a half after they were so sharp in game 1. SC able to take advantage of another miscue, trying to get back into it here in game 3.
One of the rare times that Waller has been stopped hitting some of those low, quick back sets behind Kehoe.
Gerard looking for a touch, doesn't get it. Point Southern Cal.
And that ball was just a little low for Gerard. She reaches higher, she'll get topspin snap on it. She had underspin.
John Dunning now calling the timeout to try and slow down the SC rally at 16-10 Cardinal in the third.
When I think of Stanford volleyball, I think of tradition. All of the great players that came before me and helped build this program. Success. When I think of Stanford volleyball, I think of great teamwork. When I think of Stanford volleyball, I think of winning a national championship.
Welcome back to Sacramento. USC winning game 1, Stanford taking game 2. The Cardinal have been in control for much of game 3 until just recently. And Southern Cal putting together a nice run to get back into it. Jessica Geisen gets the kill. John Dunning, 6 titles for the Cardinal. He has won the last 2 after Don Shaw won the first 4. Along with Penn State, the only 2 programs that have been in all 27 NCAA championships.
And that's not a bad percentage either. 17 of those 27 times making the national semifinals.